Hey guys, on today's video I'm going to show you how to make a spring trap for fishing using just 2 sticks. I like to make them about 12 inches long. You can do it 6-8 inches long just fine. Something that you can just drive into the dirt, and another one that you can talk to a spring tree, branch, whatever you need to do to make that work. So let's get started on that today. So the things you're going to need is apparently 2 sticks. I use some bank line. Also, I'll use some fishing line and with a hook and a small sinker and things like that once I get down to the water and I know exactly the length and where the tree, the location is going to be compared to the water and things like that. So they're really simple to make. You just make them with the number 7 notch, which I didn't invent, and I didn't invent this trap either. I mean, I've seen it made by a bunch of people on YouTube, and I've been using it for years successfully, and for me it works out real well. Like I said, you need 2 sticks. These are about 14 inches long, about 1 inch in diameter, 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Came off the same branch, so as it gets smaller or longer, diameter gets longer. This isn't real bank line, at least I don't consider it bank line. To me, bank line has like an asphalt coating or something on it, and this stuff doesn't. It was also, it was in the cat fishing section at Walmart, but I wouldn't use it preferably. I got some stuff in my pack that's real bank line that has the coating on it, and I just would trust it more than I trust this stuff here, especially if you got a 40 or 60 pounder on there. So the first step you want to do is I usually will try and get rid of some of the exterior bark around where the notch, the 7 notch, is going to go. So let me tilt this down here a little bit. Maybe it'd help. You don't want to see my ugly mug anyway. So I get rid of some of the bark down where the 7 notch is. And this is green wood. And then I also take and I'll cut off a kind of a little 45, and that just helps the that'll help the wood from splitting if you're going to drive it. So first thing you want to do is just kind of come in, about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Make yourself a cut. And this is where a good saw comes in handy, and you can see I don't have one. I bought a Fisker saw, I don't know, years ago. I've had this thing forever, and it's been in my pack. I don't use a saw that often, so I haven't replaced it. And it does cut, it does better on dry wood than it does green wood. So again, let me just go real quick. And it's also, this is not my normal knife. But anyway, that's a number 7. Let me see if I can get it. Number 7 notch. So let me do another one of those. And I also like to get kind of an idea where it's going to go also. And I don't know which one is going to be the top and which one's going to be the bottom. And sometimes I shorten these up as no real long neat reason to have them this long that they don't need to be. But we started off with this, so we'll finish with this. This is a good trap to use, and like I said, it's really cool for, like, you know, you got your grandson. In my case, I take my grandson out there, and I make a video, or I make, you know, a set of sticks like this when we're camping. And then, you know, we go out the next day and there's a fish on the thing, and he's excited. I'm excited. I'm his hero. You know, you can't beat being a grandson's hero. Okay. So basically, that's kind of what you're looking for. Just two little things to go. Drive one in the ground, hook the other one on like this, and then this one's in the ground down here. This one's in a hook to your spring, and then around and then out to the water. You know, catfish comes, pulls this one away, spring goes up, sets the hook. That's the premise, and it does work. Like I said, I've used them a lot. This one needs a little bit more fine tuning and stuff like that. And this one needs and to be honest with you, if you make these and use them out in the woods, you really want to leave as much bark on it as you can. Because I have had several of them, you know, just goofing around and putting them out there in the woods, and even just putting them like along the road, that, oh, this would be a good spot, and come back the next day and the whole thing's gone. Like, so I'm sure somebody was walking on the road, seen it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe there was a fish on it tugging, and they're like, oh, what's that? And then they go and, you know, and they see it and they steal your fish and your all right, so I cut like a little notch around, a little V notch around it. That way I can tie my fishing line to it. Goes out to the water, up to the spring snare. Hell, should we just leave it? Yeah. All right, we'll just leave it like this. So I'm gonna do some fine tuning on this thing, guys. No reason to videotape all that. So let me finish this up. You got the basic premise, you know, sharpen one end, interlock figure 7, put a notch in it so that it you can wrap your line around tight, you know, and don't lose your sticks. Because we're, you know, you don't want to keep building these. I mean, or if you do want to keep building them, you want, you know, be able to set 8 or 10, 15 of them out in a day, and hopefully catch, you know, 5, 6 catfish out of those. So anyway, so let me finish this up and then we'll get started on getting the bait. I think I got some rabbit livers left. If not, I know I got some chicken liver in the freezer, so I'll get that out and we'll make up some bait. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got these all tuned up a little so that they're locking real together real nice. Sharpen my knife. Also, I'm just tied around some of this, you know, bank line stuff here. Made a knot in the side of the V notch, tied it all off, left me a little loop on it, and I usually will run that out into the water with the fish hook on it and the bait. And the reason I don't use bank line all the way out and just tie the hook on the bank line is because of the fact that when these things go, when the spring is set, this bank line sits in the mud, gets heavier, and it also will not let that spring snare fly up as easily as just fishing line out in the water. So that's why I do that. You can do it whatever way you want. I've seen guys use paracord, pull the innards out of paracord and use that as well. So all right, guys, so this is where we're at. We're all tuned up, everything's looking good, the joints are tight, points on, everything's been rounded off. So next step is I'll get some fishing line out of my tackle box here, and then get some bait. I've got it sitting in some water defrosting, so it should be good to go in a few hours. Hey guys, we're out at the lake. Came out a little bit earlier than I was expecting, because chance I get to see my grandson tonight, so I don't ever want to miss that opportunity. The lake's pretty dang low. They say it's well, not low, because they're bringing it back down to normal. This is normal. Normally it's up here, so it's down when it was compared to summer about 5-6 foot, looks like. So quite a bit of water low. So what that's done is pushed the bank out, or the water out farther. So there's not a lot of trees and stuff like that to make a spring snare or a spring trap. So what I've done in the past is kind of the same thing. I'll set my my sticks that I made, my 7, and then I will throw the line out into the water. And instead of using a spring, because there's nothing around here, or even all the way around the bank, I walked that whole thing earlier, there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a big log, which I've done this in the past, just tie a log to it, and then the weight of that goes on the 7, and that's your spring basically. So something pulls the line out, the log's going to want to drop and set the hook. So it works just as good. Let me get started, get all my stuff together, go find me a decent sized log, some dead wood, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, well, here's issue number 2. Like I said, I'm in a campground right now, and I'm in the day use area that's normally closed, or normally open in the summer, and it's closed right now for winter. So there's nobody here, but being that it's day use area, everything in here is picked clean. I mean, if there's anything that's not nailed down, people take it. So there's actually, you know, all the chunks of wood and stuff are been burned, and you know, in the fire grills and barbecue pits and stuff like that. So there's not much around here to choose from, but I did find some chunks of concrete. So what I'll do is I'll just throw a basket wrap around those, and that'll be my deadfall. So that'll provide enough weight for what I'm trying to do here. So let me get this thing set up again, and then we'll get back with you. Okay guys, so we're all set. We got her all hooked up. Let me move this tripod around, maybe you can get a better look. Here's the I'm blind, I can't see. Here's a 7 stick. It's kind of cockeyed a little bit because the wind's blowing, so I didn't want the deadfall here to swing over and knock it into the stick. So anyway, so it comes up, goes over this branch right here, and then comes down to right here, and that's the concrete that I found. I also got this stick right here, kind of just to brace it and keep it away from the figure sevens. And then this, it runs out into the water out there, and then I threw it out about 20 feet, so it's probably got about 50 feet of line on it. So, and I put a treble hook and some chicken livers on the end of it. So if a turtle don't get it, hopefully we get a catfish in the morning. So I'll come back tomorrow morning and take a look at it and see if we got anything. And if we do, I will show you. And if we didn't, I'll show you that too. So so that's it for now. Back here where we set that trap yesterday, it's about 7:30 in the morning. We'll go down there and see if we got anything with the rain. Maybe not, but man, look at the, all right guys, look at that. Look how flat that and calm that water is. Isn't that just beautiful? I'm sure I'm a lucky guy. Oh, I can tell from here it hasn't been set off, so chances are we don't have nothing, or if we do, it's really small and didn't set the trap off. What a bummer, but it was kind of expected. I mean, it's like snaring or any other type of trapping you do. You don't always get one the first night or the first week or whatever, and that's why we want to set off a bunch of them. You know, stack this area up and increase your odds. So, well, it doesn't look like we got anything. So what I'm going to do is tear this trap down and pack it away, add it to my kit, and call it a day, I guess. I'm going to go see my grandson today for a little while. I think I'm gonna go have lunch with him at his daycare, so that will make my day complete. So all right guys, well, that was it for now. Sorry the trap didn't work, but that's the way it goes. Have a good day.